How's it going, guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and my gaming PC is pretty decent. It rocks an i7 2600K and an R9 270X, but for what I do as a content creator, it really isn't the best system that I could have. Now, there's a bunch of tech YouTubers out there that have over-the-top, crazy overkill PCs for video editing and uploading their videos and all that sort of stuff, but I can't really afford that, so theoretically, I'm just going to show you all what I would build if I had the money to create the ultimate video editing, gaming, and overall just content enjoyment machine. And it comes out to almost $5,000. So roll the intro. Alright guys, so as I said, this PC comes at a whopping total of close to $5,000, and yes, this is a crazy amount and there is a bunch of overkill involved in this, but in all honesty, if I was using a machine for content creation, this is what I would use. So to start things off, we have the i7 5960X. It's the Haswell E 8-core processor on the X99 chipset. Now this thing is an absolute beast. Linus Tech Tips made a video of it where he basically stressed this thing to no end, playing a video game, rendering, hosting all these things, and this processor kills things. It's a massive processor. It would do wonders for video editing, and I can only imagine having something like this in my system. My 2600K is starting to show its age, and compared to this thing right here, oh my lord, this thing will be a beauty to get. So this is a dream. This is something I would love to get eventually in the future, but this is an i7 5960X, and this is what I would get in my dream PC build. Next up, to cool this thing, we got the Corsair Hydro Series H100i, so I could get a little bit of overclocking out of it. It's a nice dual fan 240mm liquid cooler, all in one, made by Corsair. Very high quality products by Corsair. They make the best out there for cooling. It's nice. It does the job. Corsair does basically the best for CPU cooling. I could go with the H105 if I'm going to go extreme, but you know, the H100i has its name, and it's always been a top of the line CPU cooler out there, especially for $104. It's a pretty good. Now for the motherboard, I picked out the EVGA X99 classified motherboard. It includes SATA 60 gigabits per second, USB 3.0, and it supports up to DDR4 up to 3000 megahertz. Now, this motherboard is perfect for what I need. It comes with 10 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports, 10 of them. That is a ton of drives. 6 USB 3, 8 USB 2.0, and it comes with all the bells and whistles, all the PCI slots, all the RAM slots that X99 has to offer. And this is a great motherboard to have. And if you're going X99, you need to get a high-class motherboard to go with it. So this motherboard at a whopping $400 is going to do the job very well. As for RAM, I'm not going to slouch on RAM because as I'm doing this video right now, I'm maxing out of my 8 gigs of RAM right now. So I would go with the G-Skill Ripjaws V-Series 32 gigs of 3200 RAM. Now this RAM is freaking fast. I love this stuff. I would love to grab some of this stuff. So this RAM right here comes at $219, and it's a very nice value. I would have to clock down the RAM to be able to support this motherboard actually. So yes, before I get the comments, I understand that this supports up to 3000 megahertz plus RAM, and this is 3200. However, this will be the best job I can do out there. If I really want to pick up some different RAM, I'd probably pick up 32 gigs of this G-Skill DDR4 RAM at 2400 speed. But if I could get a motherboard that will match the speed, oh my god, I love it. So yes, this is my dream RAM right here. And before I have a nerdgasm, I'm going to switch over to the graphics cards. Yes, I said graphics cards. The graphics cards that I got are the EVGA GeForce GTX 980 Ti. I got two EVGA 980 Ti's, and instead of getting a Titan X's or a couple Titan X's, I decided to get some 980 Ti's. It's a better value, and when it comes to this, I kind of want to save the extra $1,000 or so bucks it's going to be to do two Titan X's and SLI. I could have done Tri-SLI, but that's ridiculous. There's a point of no return that I will go with if I'm going to buy a rendering or editing machine, and this is pretty much it. 980 Ti's, SLI, dual of them, that is plenty for what I would want to do. As for drives, I went very overkill with some Samsung 850 EVO 2TB drives. I got 2 of them actually, and we're going to run those in a striped pattern. We're basically going to back up the OS to another SSD, so we're going to stripe it. That's my main goal for this right here. We're going to stripe these 2 drives and basically have a backup of my OS and everything in case things go haywire with my system. So that's my plan with this. Along with that, I went ahead and got 4 terabytes of hard drive space right here. It's only at 5900 RPM. It's kind of slow, but once you get up to higher capacities like this, it starts to slow down a little bit. So I got one of these. It's basically just for video storage, is literally all it's for. So I really don't have any other use for it besides that. And the 4 terabytes, a lot of storage, and also I'll be backing out to the Toasty servers, so it really doesn't matter. So this is basically what we have right here. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we have the Cooler Master HAF 932 Advance. This is my case for this build. The Cooler Master HAF 932 Advance is a really sick looking case. I could have opted for the HAF X if I wanted to. However, I like the HAF 932 for some reason. It just looks really cool, and it's a very value-oriented case. It's not too expensive, and it's a full tower. I love Cooler Master cases for some reason. They really just call to me, and I love the way they look. And this will showcase all the beastly components that I got for this build. And last but not least, I went ahead for the power supply and got a Corsair RMX 1000 watt power supply. This is the same one I did in the Ultimate AMD fanboy build. It's a 1000 watt power supply, 80 plus gold certified, has all the power that I need to run the graphics cards and the processor and further expansion. 1000 watts is a little bit overkill. Overkill, really, I could say. However, I don't really think it is overkill because this system is going to go through a lot of work and I could use the wattages, and I don't really know exact peakage for what I have in this system. So I went ahead and went with 1000 watts because that seemed like the most valuable option to go with. So overall, as we go back to my card here, the grand total is $4,935.29. Now, if there was anything I would change on further just looking at it and going through it, because I always seem to do that when I go through these, I think of changes I want to do. I would probably swap out these drives for a couple 2 terabytes that I could run in a RAID array, and they could be going super fast. However, this will work very well. 980 Ti's, if I really wanted to splurge into just a beastly card, I could have went for the Titan X's, but I really didn't feel like that was necessary. The RAM is going to have to be downgraded a little bit unless I'm going to upgrade the motherboard. But in all honesty, this is just a theoretical build. This is what I would do if I was just to grab hold of the kind of money that it is to build a PC like this. So hopefully if our channel blows up and gets to the point to where we can make this as a living, me and Jackson could be rocking systems like this and creating all the content that we really want to make for you all. But as of now, this is the content we make, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment below, and subscribe if you want some more. Suggest some other builds you want me to do. Please comment those below. And also, if you haven't already, please follow our Twitter at ToastyBrosTech. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. There's always going to be links to our Twitch, Twitter, and Google Plus community in the description below. Always check those out. Make sure you're following them because it helps us out a ton. We want to build up a following so we can contact you all and do certain giveaways that we want to do because we have a lot coming up. And if you haven't already, check out the Minecraft server that we're hosting. We're going to be doing a lot with this Minecraft server, hopefully to further our community involvement, and it's our main goal here. So thank you guys again for watching this video. Be sure to check out all of their content and have a wonderful day.